All right, we're back. Smoking like a 57 Chevy. Boy, I got a good one for y'all today. This is my sister-in-law. Ain't she pretty? I got the best one out of the bunch, though. But, all right, we got here today. We got some ribs, and my sister-in-law, she done come all the way from Sanford, Florida to do a mug shot with me. We do a
mukbang.
Mukbang. Yeah, that right there.
Mukbang.
With me. And I had to do some persuading to get her to do it. She didn't want to do it. But we gonna try to bear through this. You gonna be all right?
Yeah, come on. I'm following your lead.
Yeah, I love my sister-in-law. It was hard to get her to do this. I'll tell you right now.
It was.
But
I want to sleep, take a nap. Okay.
got all day.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You want to eat? Yeah. You want? No. You want to say the blessing food?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Lord. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this moment. We ask that you bless this food for the nourishment of our bodies, and we ask that you bless the hands that prepared it. In Jesus' name, Amen.
Amen.
All right.
You want me to hand you something? You all right?
No, actually, so you know I like your ribs without. Look at that. I'm gonna take this one.
Listen, my sister-in-law, she didn't even eat ribs until I started cooking ribs.
Really? So I'm gonna do potato salad.
Exactly. This potato salad.
But I think when eating food, you should have like a hot and a cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to me it balances it out. It's a balance.
Well, I don't know why they ain't got me none of this light bread.
This white bread.
Huh?
It's white bread.
White bread?
Yeah,
You
not
mean white bread?
light bread. What's light bread?
Light bread is a loaf of bread.
But, okay, so just a loaf of bread.
Loaf of bread is light bread, ain't it?
Brown.
It's still light bread. It say wheat bread. Light bread is still light bread. Even the wheat bread can be light bread.
Okay.
Where you from?
I'm saying.
See, we grew up in a different time zone. Cause my time zone, we always said light bread.
Okay.
You ever had a light bread sandwich?
I have a sandwich with bread.
No, not a sandwich with bread. I'm talking about a light bread sandwich where you eat mayonnaise and just bread.
Oh no. We had to have something in the middle. Like I have to have meat.
Well, we called it a wish sandwich. We had 2 pieces of bread, some mayonnaise, and wish we had some bread.
Wish you had some. I'm like, what? Wish you had something in the middle?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
We always had something that go in the middle. We were fortunate that way. So
we were fortunate too, but it wasn't. Sometimes it was moving too fast.
Oh.
You had to eat something to go.
Oh, okay.
You tried some mustard sauce yet?
No, I haven't. So I've been watching the videos and I've been watching everybody say about this sauce.
Had a guy tell me today, best sauce you ever had.
Really? But I like your ribs. Your ribs are like the only ribs. How you know when ribs are good is when you can eat them without sauce. If you always have to eat a piece of meat, well, a piece of rib, and it has to have sauce on it, it's not that good. It could be, but don't shoot me down. But I'm just saying. The best rib is when you can eat a piece of rib with no sauce.
That's that special rub.
So what's in this?
That's that special rub I put on it. Put that sauce? That is a mustard and vinegar based sauce.
Okay, I had the vinegar.
You taste the vinegar? Got a little cayenne, got a little kick.
Got a little kick to it. Not enough kick.
Not enough?
I can stand some more.
Okay. Well, I like mine spicy like that too, but I've been having people want it, so.
And what's in this one?
That's the traditional. You done had that sauce.
It's the regular one. But then you have something like with some bourbon or something.
Yeah, I got a bourbon sauce. She can put that out there.
Put it out. She's being stingy. Never thought I'm supposed to. I mean, be stingy when I come.
I still want some light bread.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna let the light bread go, huh?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Now you know in competition you're not supposed to put it up on like that.
In competition.
Yeah. If you cooked in a competition tournament, you ain't supposed to put it. They call that overcooked.
Was supposed to be stuck on the body?
You supposed to be able to bite it?
No, I don't want none of that. Mm-mm.
You want to come off the bone?
I need to come off the bone. Like that picture I had shared that one time.
Mm.
Basically, you saw it. So.
Well, that picture, I thought you was eating the bone.
I had it snatched all of me though.
Oh.
Like almost like
Okay.
ooh. I was like ooh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's nothing on that left.
So listen,
What's up?
tell everybody where you been all week.
Oh God.
You can't share.
My petty share. Wow. Okay, well, not all week.
Can I tell them my vision version of it?
I have been gone. Well, more than a week. I was gone
More
for
than
over 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm
Been 2 weeks? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell
What's
me.
your version?
Huh? My version?
No, what's your version? I want to hear your version. I can go and clean up my own story. I could.
Well, I'm
Go ahead.
you know.
I'm gonna let you. I say I'm following you, so.
Well, you know.
Mhm.
You know, I'm always wrong though. You know,
I know, so that's why I'm here. Go ahead.
I always get assuming stuff, and I be just wrong.
Okay, I'm here. I'll go for it.
You want to laugh?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm down for a good laugh.
I'm finna make you laugh now.
Hold on. So you remember we used to be in the car when you and Kenny first got married and laughing the whole time. So I'm good.
Okay.
I'm down for a good laugh.
Okay, well I'm gonna make you laugh.
Okay, go.
Okay, I was just in the feed store yesterday, and I came out the store. I said, "Babe, did you see they got Adam in the feed store?" She said, "You sure that was Adam?" I said, I looked right in his face. I thought that was Adam. She said, "Well, I seen him in that doesn't look like Adam to me." So I second guessed myself. Maybe that wasn't Adam, cause I done been wrong before. Listen, I seen. I'm gonna go here. I was watching TV and I seen a guy I thought was Eddie Murphy, and I said, "Babe."
Oh, wait.
I said, "Babe." I said, "Babe, you see Eddie Murphy? Eddie look bad." She said, "Huh?" I said, "You see Eddie Murphy, lady? He look bad." She said, "That is not Eddie Murphy. That is his brother Charlie." I said, "Charlie, I ain't know Eddie Murphy had no brother." I said, "Man, he look bad."
On you.
I thought Eddie was sick.
That was his brother Charlie.
Listen,
Okay.
I watched Harlem Night, and he in that movie, and I never seen him in that movie.
Yeah.
Until I seen it again. I said, "Man, he is in that movie." Never paid no attention to it. Also caught up in Richard Pryor and
Red Fox.
yeah.
I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna be politically correct at this moment. So I don't know.
So back to, I'm gonna let you tell your own version there,
Okay.
cause I can be wrong.
So where I been? So I decided. So I guess 10 years ago. So back when I was like 30, I had wanted to become a flight attendant. I didn't pursue it because my daughter was small, and I didn't want to leave her, as a responsibility to my sister and my dad. So anyway, I'm an empty nester now, and I decided to chase my dream to become a flight attendant. I pursued it. I went. I was there. It was really an experience. It was an experience, is all I can say.
She called crying every day.
Really?
Oh, I wasn't gonna tell that. You supposed to nudge me.
Dude, like for real, yo. Yeah, I cried a lot.
Yo. That might have been my version then. I mean,
I cried a lot. It was different. It was out of my comfort zone. I would tell anyone to do don't just stay in your comfort zone because it's comfortable. I would tell you to go pursue whatever that is, that thing that you want to do. Go do it, because that's the only way you'll know. I would never have to sit and wonder what if, I've actually done it. I pursued it. I did it. And I realized, like, okay, once I started it, I guess with maybe me getting older, it's not really what I wanted. So I enjoy learning all the aircraft things. I enjoy opening the doors. It's you cannot be a dummy being a flight attendant. It may seem like they're a waitress, which I was told. You're just going to be a waitress.
Who said that?
I ain't gonna tell you.
Oh.
Use brain. You're just going to be a,
Okay.
you know, when people try to make you
Mhm.
think, okay.
Downplay what you doing.
So I was like, what? Okay. And I was like, all right. Okay. So, anywho, I decided and I went, no, they're not just a waitress. You know, to be able to say,
You're responsible for you on that
I'm
plane.
so responsible for your safety. And every time, people take things for granted. So every time you hear, when you're on a flight, and you hear in-flight crew members, please prepare for departure. That's some serious conversation right there. And that is between in-flight 1, 2, 3, and 4, depending on if you're like in a 321 or 320, 32S. That's some serious stuff because we're preparing
So
to make
you're talking
sure.
over the head now.
Am I?
Yeah, you using them terminology. 3-2S.
Well, those are types of airplanes, the aircrafts.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know nothing about that. Then.
We're arming and disarming.
You got to dumb that. There you go. Dumb it down a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's what it is because
Okay.
you know some of the questions on the test.
And that's what you had to remember. All these
Not
different
only
numbers.
yeah, well, you have to know which aircraft you're on, and you have to know exactly where all these safety equipments are.
Okay.
You have to know the portable oxygen breathing bottle. You have to know where the biohazard kit. You have to know where. You have to know exactly like where there are gloves inside your cabin at all times.
Okay.
So you have to know if it's either in the first aid kit. Does the biohazard kit have them? Does the Medipack have them? You have to know that a Medipack is there, but you can't use a Medipack if you're not a doctor. Like you have to. Oh yeah. See, it's so much. Like I enjoyed it.
You got doctors on the plane?
Most of the time, there are doctors on the plane. You just have to see who's there. But if the doctor is not there, no one really can use that Medipack. You can use what's in. It's called a front pocket or, the big pocket or the small pocket.
Now,
as a
they have doctors.
I can use a small.
The airport got a doctor, or
no, it's just people. If it's a passenger that's on the plane.
Oh, okay.
You know, we make a PA and we say, you know.
So then, do he send you a bill later? If you have
That's come on. You're on a flight. Let's just be nice to humanity. Let's do something that's for humanity. So yeah.
Okay.
So
if you get hurt on the plane, you won't get a bill. Is that right?
No.
Oh, they have to stop the plane and.
We may have to call a flight deck. Well, no, not may have to. We have to call a flight deck anytime there's an emergency.
Okay.
So we have to pull over.
Pull over? Land the plane?
We have to land the plane.
Oh, not you said pull over now.
Land this plane to the nearest city.
What's that thing?
That's available.
Stop at this flight altitude and we'll get right back with you.
Yeah, so it was an experience. It's a lot. It's very stressful. Which one? This one?
Oh, yeah.
It's stressful.
I don't feel load this off.
I don't do stress well. Found that out.
It was too stressful for you?
Too stressful. But I have no regrets on pursuing it at all. None.
So you thought your stress level was good until you got there?
Yeah, until I got there. Yeah.
I'm not good on the pressure either.
Well, I don't mind being under pressure. Like, okay, say like if we had an emergency, that wouldn't bother me. I can do that. I don't like a lot of information coming at me at one time. It's the retaining the information that gets to me. I'm a visual learner. So you put me on an aircraft, I have that. You tell me where this is and I can study it for a second. Or you point it out, I can study it for a second and I got it. You know, so, you know, it's galleys and galley 1, galley 2, or galley 3, galley 4. galleys go all the way up to 5, and a galley is where we prepare your food to serve it to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So a plane could have galley. Let's just say, it's that like you know how you're coming inside of an aircraft, and then you have the flight attendant. And she'll say, "Good morning, hi, welcome to," and whatever your airline is. Well, in that area, it's a galley.
Right.
That is a galley, but it's walls. Like on the wall, there are doors, cabinets, like you know, like you would have inside of there. Okay, it's a whole wall full of those. Inside of that, it could be, and then there's some bins at the bottom as well.
Okay.
So it could be emergency equipment up here. It could be the coffee pot right here, and then if you turn around, it could be an identical one right behind you. So that's galley 1, galley 2.
Okay, and they got whole different stuff in it.
But yeah, it can have similar the same things, but depending on how many flight attendants are on that aircraft, how many that's needed for that aircraft. So like a A320, you only need 3 flight attendants, and then a 321 and a 3N1, you need like 4.
Okay.
Or E190 is another one. So I enjoyed it. Like I love what I learned and being able to say, you know, in-flight crew members, please prepare for departure. In-flight crew members, please prepare for a ride. Like I loved all of that.
I seen you.
I just don't like the pressure.
I seen your little uniform and all. You look.
No, I'm cute. You
Yeah,
see
you look pretty cute in your uniform there. I seen you there. All I want is a uniform.
Andy. But Ernest T wanted the so the inside joke is with the uniforms is on Andy Griffith, Ernest T Bass. He was always causing havoc in Mayberry.
Throwing rocks,
yeah. So the thing was, he really wanted to impress this girl he saw. And yeah. And he wanted her. So he figured if he had a unicorn, she would fall in love with him. So that was the thing, and that has been like a childhood memory of something we used to have with my mom, because my mom loved watching Andy Griffith.
I still watch Andy Griffith.
Yeah, we do too. So yeah, so that's the thing. And so one day they were watching Andy Griffith one day, and my sister videoed it on the phone where Ernest T, knowing because that's what I love when Ernest T says that, she actually caught the part where he was saying, "Well, Andy, all I want is a unicorn." So.
And I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that. But it was so funny.
I hope I look greedy. I look greedy. My plate looks greedy. Like I'm greedy.
You eat like a bird.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, but you know what? You know what I like though. I like my dessert before my food.
Why?
Because
So that's where you now get that from?
It's in the blood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
if I eat the only child I know, my daughter Renelle, she's the only child I know that can eat a dessert and it don't mess up her meal.
It won't mess up my meal.
It don't matter.
But if I eat all my food, then I won't be able to go to my dessert.
Okay. Wow, we ain't got no dessert. What you do?
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay.
I had to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning about that dessert.
Oh, that's right. So we celebrating my father-in-law 70th birthday today.
My daddy turned 70 today.
Mr. I ain't never seen him before a day in my life.
I ain't never seen him before a day in my life. Like, daddy, really? Don't talk about me if I'm talking with food. I'm in front of a hammer.
My dad-in-law.
Hold on.
My dad-in-law, he like to eat. Okay. Well.
Oh, this.
I always thought I cooked a pretty decent barbecue.
I'm just gonna say this.
And I had to cook one time for the church, and that was the most ribs I have ever cooked. Well, at that time, at one time. Usually I cook a slab too. Well, I had to cook 2 cases of ribs, and I told him, I said, "Come try these ribs." He tasted the bone and he said, "Man, these are good. They gonna like these. They gonna like these." I said, "Really?" He said, "Man, you did a good job on these. They gonna like these." So that's where it went from there to me barbecuing and smoking food for people. Other than that, I was still backyard barbecuing. But my dad-in-law took his hat off to me.
Yeah. Yeah. My daddy could cook good ribs. Like, I'm not a person that's biased. And, sometimes people think they, you know, their family members can cook. We grew up with good food. So for anybody that has ever experienced, you know, their cooking, Randall and my sister's cooking, we grew up like both sides of my family. Well, both of my grandparents they were both bakers. They like to bake. And when it comes to my mom's side of the family, it was 10 of them. So all of them could cook and bake very well. So, and then my dad's, my fraternal grandmother, she cooked really well too. So it's like,
yeah, your grandma, she was the lunchroom lady when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
In elementary school.
Yeah, Annie Jewel.
Big old yellow lady.
Yellow lady, right? Mm-hmm. Yep.
I didn't never skip lunch. That's the class I was never late for lunch.
The class?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, class. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I might have been late to school.
But
I came before lunch.
Why were you late for school?
Well, it wasn't like these kids now. Your parents haul them to school. I had to walk a mile every day to school. And if I overslept,
From your house to Midway?
from my house to Midway.
Dude, seriously?
Yeah. And a lot of times, I come out there and them kids gone. The crossing guards be gone by the time I get out there. And I had to get to school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
And my brother told me, there was an old church down there.
Mm-hmm.
My brother told me that church was haunted. He said he had walked by that church and heard the peak out on the place. So I was scared walking down that.
Which brother told you that? Myself?
Yeah.
Oh, why I do that?
So I was scared. I was scared to walk down that road by myself. So listen, I got down there by that church and I turned around and I went and hid. I said, I ain't going to school. I went and hid on my aunt's house. And
that's funny.
my cousin them seen me hiding on my aunt's house.
Mm-hmm.
And they called my mama. My mama's coming down there. I know you're under there. I'm hiding in the house.
Oh, that's funny.
She beat me all the way. She beat me all the way home. And I ain't never skipped school again.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Too funny. I
Well,
don't think I really want that.
I ain't never skipped school without her permission.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to save room for my dessert. I want my favorite.
So you about done?
I want some potatoes. So.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about?
Dang,
But I didn't cry every day. It was like almost every other day.
So I did get that right?
It was almost every other day.
Oh, wait. So I did get that right.
I cried.
See, I don't be always right.
It was just stressful. It was really stressful, but no regrets. I'm pursuing it. I pursued it, and I'm happy.
And I'm so proud of you that you tried that.
Really?
Yes, I was.
Oh,
And I thought you would make
thank
an
you.
awesome flight attendant. I really did.
Thank you.
When I was on Facebook and I seen they had openings on the flight, I said, man, that'd be a good job for her. I really did.
Yep.
Now, I had no idea it was going to be take all that
You're
to
gonna
get
take
there.
all to get there?
No.
Yeah. Man, that's a lot. It's a long process if you ever try to do it.
So listen,
What's up?
Amtrak, how you want to?
Dude, no.
It might be easier.
No, I think I'm going to go back to what I was doing before. Well, I just told Kenny while we were in church. I was like, hey, I'm going to go back and finish drum lessons.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Now that I have some time, I'm going to go and go downtown and go to the instrument store to see about lessons
Okay.
again. because I stopped. So I want to continue.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back. I'm rough around the edges. I wear stilettos, but I'm rough around the edges. Like.
Listen.
I ride motorcycles, for four-wheelers, dirt bikes.
She can get just as girly as you want to see.
Yeah, I can be just as girly.
And she can get down with the best of them. We was fishing one time.
He's so scary.
And I am not scared.
You were scared in that moment. I couldn't believe it.
Listen, I had called a hammerhead shark, and I'm trying to step on this thing to get my hook out the thing. She grabbed that thing and pulled the hook out. I was like, what in the world? She said,
I was like, just pick.
No, what's going to happen?
Listen, he was like,
what's going to
happen? I'm like, just get the thing and just take the thing out. Like, just
no,
that
was
serious.
not gonna happen.
He did not. He was, when I did it, he was like,
listen.
I was like, yeah, just pick the thing up and just
yeah.
Like, it wasn't that serious. He wasn't doing it.
She impressed me, but
yeah.
You didn't see Jaws? You
Yeah.
seen Jaws? Yeah.
What I mean? He got on your hook, and it wasn't Jaws.
Yeah, that thing took the thing off.
But you know where you were grabbing it. That's the thing.
I knew I wasn't grabbing it.
Yeah, you didn't grab it.
I needed my finger.
Oh, my plate look a hot mess. So, yeah. So, I don't know. It'll be something else. I'll come up with something else. Like, so I got time with Daddy. I think I might do archery.
Oh, okay.
You know we do the bow and arrows.
Yeah, you can.
My dad is a man. He's a man's man,
Yeah,
but he's a girl dad. So that's the thing. He's a
You
girl dad.
Come up here and I'll put you in a tree stand.
Oh,
Think you kill
well,
something?
you know I grew up with a tree stand.
Yeah, I'll put you in a tree stand.
Yeah, gotta make sure you have things for your arrows and your bow, for your things for your wrist. But you know that's what we did.
Yeah.
You know, guys didn't even really want to talk to us sometimes. Cause Dad'd be outside with. Okay, so we live across the street. Growing up, we lived across the street from this parking lot. It's a church, across to the left of us. And then they have this big parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, my dad, like I say, he's a hunter, fisher, all that stuff. He's a man's man. And he will have his bow and arrow, so he'll go get to practice because he hunts. They do bow season and for deers and stuff.
He's hunting out of Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm. So what happened is he would always go outside and he'll have his target where it was like this target is it wasn't styrofoam.
Was the styrofoam deal?
No, it was a target. It was like the target, like the size of half of the door, like half of the door. Right. And so he would stand back and he'll just he'll get his arrows and everything, put them on, put his the little
glove
thing.
on.
Well, when a glove. But
yeah. I tried one of them things. That thing ate that bone shot my arm. Yeah. I wasn't too keen.
He would put it on, and then he'll be outside practicing. So I would always be the little one that be in the way. But of course, I watched him do it. So my sister and I, both of us, and he'll be outside. So then the little boys in the neighborhood would come up, and then they'll just be on their dirt bikes, just watching my daddy, and he's just like buying them off, like. So once he's done, he and I will go in the woods and the little bushes over there, and we'll go get the arrows. So every time my dad does this, he draws attention to the boys in the neighborhood. They will come, and of course, it's just my sister and I that he has. We don't have brothers. And as we grew up, not knowing that was kind of going to backfire.
He said he the new boys.
So I'm like, start your foolishness. Oh my God. So anywho, this boy right here. Okay, so insider. Not knowing like when guys like was interested in us and they were like, wait, you the girl with your daddy shoot the bow and arrows outside your house? They're like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. They were like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna be.
Yeah, like sometimes it's like,
they
so scared. So my dad's nickname is Tiny. So they will say, Mr. Tiny, your daddy? I'm like, yeah. He the one that be shooting the bow and arrows outside in front of the house. Like, yeah. So it comes off different ways, but typically it always goes He the one that be shooting bow and arrows outside the house. I'm like, yeah, that's our daddy. Little country Republican.
So they're afraid he's gonna come out and they been done something.
A lot of guys were typically scared. Yeah.
But I was brave. I was brave. I was brave.
You was brave.
Yeah, I was brave.
My daddy was getting old by that time.
Yeah.
You know, people get old.
Well, he liked me though. He liked me pretty.
That's what it was?
Yeah, you the one that liked me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
See, truth moment. See, no, I didn't. He was taking my sister away from me, so no, I did not like that.
Then I couldn't get rid of him.
No, 2 for 1.
Yeah.
2 for 1. You get her, you get me too.
Yeah.
2 for 1. Yep. It's a package deal.
Yeah.
You know how when girls, you know, women, we have kids and we have 1 or 2. Hopefully nobody don't have other children. But anyway, when you have, you know, it's a package deal. You want to date her, okay? It's a package deal. So you gonna date my sister? Guess what, boo? It's a package deal because I come along with her.
And then she had a little dog. The little dog came. Her daughter Kenya.
Yeah.
So I got an instant family.
Instant family. Yeah.
So if you invited me to something, she was there.
I was coming.
She was coming.
Here I am. Don't say nothing about me coming, because I'm going to be like, hey, I think such and such got a problem with me coming.
Yep, she was coming.
I'm coming.
So
I'm nice.
So you
though.
done?
Get to know me. Yeah, I'm done. I want some cake. It look like slop.
Huh?
It look like slop.
Quite a few bones over there, girl.
Well, I say slop because, you know, that's how my daddy called it when he was feeding his hogs.
Oh.
So, yeah, it look like slop.
Can I count? No, I ain't gonna count.
No, don't do nothing.
I got 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you got more than me. I just had like a
6.
Mine was like broken.
6. That's a half a slab. There's 12 bones on a.
Hold on, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I had that. Oh, okay.
So we done ate a slab?
Yeah, we ate a slab.
Ate a slab of ribs.
Ribs.
Well, we're gonna let y'all go. So I hope y'all enjoy it. We you see our new addition to the family. We trying to get it up and running, and it's been challenging. We didn't know what it took to do all this, and it has been something. So the ones that are doing this with a food truck, I take my hat off to you.
Mm-hmm.
And man, and if you desire to do this, please go talk to somebody, call us, and we'll try our best to help you. We're not gonna do like some of the people out there that not willing to help, but we will do our best to help. But the ones that follow you, thank you for following us, and the one that's subscribing, thanking you for this.
Yeah. So
subscribing.
What is it? I don't normally say all this. So like them on Facebook and follow them on Facebook as well. Yeah. And you can subscribe to them to their YouTube channel, Smoking Like a 57 Chevy.
Yeah, Smoking Like a 57 Chevy. Mm-hmm. And but we gonna go, and I hope y'all enjoy it. And that's the new phone number. Hey, call us, man. We'll do everything in our know-how. If we don't know how, we can figure this thing out together.
Yeah. So I leave you guys with this. Growing up, my mom had always told us, when you have the power to help someone, you help them. A lot of times people like to say, oh, this person needs this. I wonder who's going to help them. Mm-hmm. Well, you're the one that noticed it. It's you. You're supposed to help them. So when you have the power to help someone, you help them. And if you're wondering who's going to help the person that you notice that has something going on, it's you. So that's what I want to leave you with. Okay. Yes, my brother-in-law.
All right, so we're going.